Hello everyone, I'm Adriana Rodriguez from the Northern Arizona College Resource Center. Today we will be discussing three different scholarship applications to fill out this month, which is the DACA edition. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me at adriana.rodriguez@neu.edu or email us at nacrc@neu.edu, as well as reach out to us through our social media. Our handles will be placed at the end of this presentation. So before we start, as always, I want to go over the fact that we do need to gather some objects, which are your transcripts, your student resume, and letters of recommendation, which is something that almost a lot of scholarship applications ask for. If you need help constructing a resume or figuring out who to ask for a letter of recommendation, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. To go over, we will be going over these three scholarship applications that are aimed for DACA students or are DACA student eligible. Our first scholarship is the Get There Scholarship that is sponsored by the Get There organization. Get There is a nonprofit organization that was founded to provide students with financial assistance so they can attend the college or university of their choice. The Get There is funded by donations from individuals and corporations who are passionate about providing educational opportunities for high achieving students. Here are some of the basics of the scholarship. First, this scholarship is worth $2,500, and the amount of students it is given to varies year by year. The deadline for this scholarship is on April 1st, 2021, and the result date is May 1st, 2021. This scholarship is for high school graduates or students who are on track to graduate in May 2021. The applicant must have a high school GPA of 3.0 or better and have the intent to enroll full time in an associate or bachelor's degree program in the fall of 2021. This means you're either enrolling in a community college, which is an associate's degree, or for a university, which is a bachelor's degree. The next requirement is that the student must have entered the United States prior to their 16th birthday, and they must be DACA eligible or have applied for or received DACA or temporary protected status, which is TIPS, approval, or are an undocumented student. Finally, the student must show significant financial need. For this scholarship, the application is a Google form, but there are quite a few things you need to know and quite a few things you need to do for this one. The first is to provide a copy of your high school transcripts, and these do have to be uploaded onto the Google form, so you do have to save them on your laptop or desktop, wherever you're working from. The next is that you do have to provide two letters of recommendation for people who know you well and have seen you serve, like in community service. So you can ask teachers, mentors, a coach, religious leader, community leader, or employer. This individual does have to be 21 years of age and must not be related to you. One of these letters should be an academic related, so it should come from a teacher, school counselor, anyone who's really senior in that sort of academic level. And the other does have to come from someone who's on a non academic level. Like the transcripts, these letters need to be uploaded to the Google form as well. Next, students will have to provide financial information, annual household income, number of households supported by this income, and number of dependents supported by this income who will attend college in 2021. Finally, the student will have to provide two essay responses. The first is to the question regarding your educational and career goals. So for this essay, it's important that they're going to ask you three different questions. Which the first is to describe your educational goals. The next is to describe what has inspired you and helped you shape these goals. And the last is what you expect to be the most significant challenges in completing college. They do ask that you exclude talking about financial need for this one. These three different questions are something that the sponsors do want to see you answer. So when you're writing this essay, I would recommend that you write at least 230 words for each of these three specific questions that they're asking. And this will give you space to answer each of these questions while still remaining with some wiggle room in that 750 words range. The second question is about overcoming adversity. For this question, the sponsors are asking that you describe a challenging family or personal circumstance that has affected your achievement in school, work, or your community, as well as answer how you overcame this challenge and what you learned from this experience. For this question, the biggest tip that I can give is keep your essay organized. because the second question is in response to the first question. You want to make sure you're properly answering the first question before starting on the second, and ensuring that the two relate back to each other. For example, you don't want to write about one experience and then write what you learned from another experience. You want to make sure that the two sort of connect back to each other. The next scholarship we're going to discuss is the Arizona National Livestock Show Scholarship that is sponsored by the Arizona National Livestock Show. So here are some of the basics of this scholarship. First, this scholarship is worth $1,500, and the amount of the scholarships awarded varies year by year. The deadline is on March 15th, 2021, and students are alerted if they've won on April 13th, 2021. This scholarship is for students who have graduated from high school and are currently taking at least 12 hours at a college or university and are maintaining a minimum 2.5 GPA. The students must have participated in one or more years in the Arizona National Livestock Show or Arizona National Horse Show as an exhibitor, volunteer, or contestant. For this scholarship, the application has to be filled out and printed and submitted in one packet with all the required documents. The first document is the packet, and the packet, of course, has to be the application that must also be signed. The next is written responses to 4 questions that shouldn't be longer than a maximum of 3 pages, that have to be the size of 8.5 by 11 inches, single-sided sheets of paper, and must have the student's name at the top of each page, and each question should be numbered. The questions are: 1, describe your career plans and goals; 2, list activities, offices held, honors, and scholarships. For this one, you must include dates and amounts of each award. 3, list years and activities and describe your participation in Arizona National Livestock Show and or horse show. 4, are you eligible for the Horse Lover Scholarship? If so, you list all details related to any equine related activities. If not, all you have to do is type N/A for number 4. The biggest tip for this one is that you have to be concise and to the point as possible because it doesn't have a word limit but a page limit. You want to make sure that you're going to be able to fill all the information needed without running over the expected pages. Lastly, this application does ask that you email a photo of yourself to information@anls.org. And this is so if you win, they are able to post your picture and for the review board to be able to see who you are. So the third scholarship on the list is a President's Directed Fund Scholarship that is being offered by the University of Arizona. So this scholarship is a little different from the others as you don't necessarily apply for this scholarship. The University of Arizona's President's Directed Fund Scholarship provides scholarships to current and incoming DACA students at the university. So the scholarship is at times given to you upon your acceptance to the school, but if it isn't, you contact the office to speak to them about receiving the scholarship. And I've placed the contact information here on the slide, and it will be at the bottom of the description box on YouTube if that's where you're watching it. So to end this presentation, I would like to end with our biggest tip of the month when it comes to scholarships. So when applying for a scholarship, it's kind of easy to get overwhelmed. And to avoid burnout, it's important to create a schedule for applying. So just like you would for workouts, assignments, and activities, you want to create a schedule that's going to help you see what you're doing and be able to help you motivate and stay organized. So you're going to want to start off easy with 1 scholarship a week and build it up as you go. So we have reached the end of this presentation, and I'm glad you stuck around this long. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us. We have listed here all our social media handles along with our email and phone number. So before we end, I do want to remind you that here at the ISRC, we can help students with more than just looking for scholarships. If you need help submitting your FAFSA or are worried about the transition from high school to college, please contact us and we are happy to help you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in April with more scholarships you can apply to.